Good morning, youth. I hope you guys are doing well. This is your midweek encouragement video, and we're going to jump right in. This week, we're talking about how the wisdom of God can be evident in our lives. That how people, just by interacting with us and talking to us, can often sense that we are operating with a different standard than maybe the other folks they have. Or if they're not, maybe they should. And so often the actions and the words that we speak, they're going to reveal the character and what is going on in our hearts. Jesus himself said, out of the overflow of the heart, the mouth speaks. And so the proverb before Jesus, but also motivated by the Spirit of God, the teacher wrote this and is kind of keying in on this same idea. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to be in Proverbs chapter 12, starting in verse 16. It says, "The vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent ignores an insult. Whoever speaks the truth gives honest evidence, but a false witness utters deceit. There is one whose rash words are like sword thrusts, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of those who devise evil, but those who plan peace have joy. No ill befalls the righteous, but the wicked are filled with trouble. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. A prudent man conceals knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaims folly." In this little section of Proverbs, the teacher is presenting a number of things which are going to reveal godly wisdom and wise character in our lives. And so I'm just going to go through these real quick. The first he says is that a person who is pursuing wise living and godly wisdom, they're able to ignore an insult and they're able to let it go. They don't let it eat them, because that insult it doesn't define them. It's not who they are, because they're defined by this pursuit of God and this pursuit of godly wisdom. And so when they're insulted, they're not like, well, I better take this to my grave. They're able to let it go. The wise are able to speak truth and speak truth into a situation in a way that is helpful. Their words, as a result, bring healing. The words of the wise are actually something which are valuable and which someone is refreshing to have heard those words. Those words also prove true over time. They're not things that are like, oh yeah, that's a comfort to me now, and then next week it's like, well, that was actually full of nonsense. They prove true, and they prove to be healing over time. Their lives are filled with joy, and they're filled with joy because the Proverbs say that they are pursuing peace. They're not pursuing to get ahead. They're not pursuing the next big thing. They're pursuing to live at peace and be at peace, and as a result, they are able to find joy despite the circumstances. The trouble that they find as a result is not self-caused. They're not living in a way that is going to attract trouble to them or create trouble for them. And so the trouble in their lives is not self-caused. Trouble still happens. Things still happen to people, but it's not as a result often of something they did. They delight in God, and they delight God with their actions. And we hold on to knowledge. It says that the prudent conceals his knowledge. And what this is he doesn't just run around shouting knowledge at people and like forcing it on them. He conceals it, and he holds on to it. And when someone is ready or is in need of that knowledge, they use those wise words that they talked about earlier in this section of Proverbs to speak that knowledge into their lives, speak that godly wisdom into their lives. And so our actions, the Proverbs say, and our words are going to prove or disprove our source of wisdom. That's what the teacher would like us to see. And so I would encourage you this week to think about, how am I living, and how are the words that I'm saying and the things that I'm doing, where are those proving about my character and what I value? So I'd leave you with that. Hope you guys have a great week. Love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.